So after the affair, I find myself ruminating a lot and having a lot of obsessive thoughts about the affair partner, the AP. What are some helpful ways to deal with this? Thank you so much for asking about this, Lindsay. So let's talk about rumination. Rumination is a trauma response, essentially. It is the way your brain is trying to protect you after you've experienced a trauma. And, being betrayed is a profound trauma. So your brain is, constantly working, tossing these thoughts over and over again, trying to come up with a new solution or some new perspective or new insight, trying to understand the problem better. Usually your brain's trying to figure out, what did I miss? How did I cause this to happen? What was, going on that made this my fault and made this happen so that I can make sure I understand it and this never happens again. All of that is really, really painful and unhelpful, right? Ruminating and obsessing about the affair and about the affair partner only makes things worse. It causes your anxiety to go up, your mood to go down, your sleep to be complicated. It may cause you to have problems with, taking care of yourself, eating properly, all of these things. So we want to do less rumination, right? Basically, rumination causes you to be very dysregulated, and dysregulated is not helpful for us to function. So the first thing I would recommend for you to help yourself get out of rumination, get out of obsessive thinking, is to do some light exercise and practice mindfulness while you're doing it. So ideally, go for a walk. And while you're on this walk, focus on the present moment that you're in. Be very mindful about what can you see, what can you hear, what can you smell. Really immerse yourself in the moment you're in. That'll help get your brain out of obsessing about this other thing and focused on the present moment. Another great technique is to do a gratitude exercise. So sit there and think about, what are you grateful for in your life? Even though your life is complicated right now, what are you grateful about? You might say something serious, right? Like, I'm really grateful I have this home. Or you might come up with something silly. I'm super grateful that I haven't broken these earrings yet because I love them and they make me feel, good and cute, or whatever. Like, think about whatever you're grateful about and really spend a few minutes basting your brain in gratitude. That'll help you feel better. The third thing to try is meditation. If you've never tried meditation before, it's very fun. It's relaxing. Take yourself over to YouTube and type in, beginner meditation, and several will come up for you. Pick one that looks good, try it, see how you like it. You don't have to do a long one, maybe 5 minutes. If you're not crazy about the one you pick, try another one and keep experimenting until you find one that kind of works for you. My favorite way to meditate is to listen to Marconi Union. They have a song called Weightless. So I just sit in a very relaxing, comfortable chair. I listen to Marconi Union's Weightless, and I just let the music kind of wash over me. And I try to just think about the sounds that I'm hearing and really just not think about anything else other than the music that I'm hearing. And that works for me. But find, experiment, try something that works for you. The fourth thing you can do when you're finding yourself ruminating and obsessing is to go and do something else that requires you to focus and will distract you. So it can be doing a puzzle, it can be going and working out in a garden, it can be, baking something, it can be fixing a car, it can be whatever that forces your brain to think about something else. Could probably even be doing math problems or, Sudoku if that interests you. And then finally, and probably most importantly, what I really want you to do is sit down and think about what's underneath this rumination, this obsessive thinking for me. Like, some people will tell me that they're constantly focused on stalking the AP's social media to see what they look like, what products they're using, how they dress, how they look. And I will ask, so why do you think you're doing that? And eventually we get to the answer of, something like, because if I can look the same, or if I can use the same products, or if I can be having the same lifestyle, then maybe my partner will be attracted to me and they'll fall back in love with me. That just makes me want to give them a big hug. You got to remember that the reason your partner strayed had everything to do with them and very little to do with you. You do not need to have curly hair suddenly for your partner to love you. You do not need to have a Gucci purse for your partner to love you. You do not need to be making 6 figures for your partner to love you. You are already lovable enough. That's why your partner fell in love with you in the first place. They did this as a way to cope with them feeling like they were not enough. It had very little to do with you. So really, really, really challenge those negative thoughts that you're telling yourself about how this was your fault or you're to blame or you need to change, because that isn't true. So if you get caught in one of those kind of thinking traps, ask yourself these questions. Number 1, is it true? Is it true that my partner loved the affair partner more than me because they had curly hair? Just making up something silly. Okay, maybe it's true. The second question is, do you absolutely 100% positively know this is true? Ultimately, you'll come to, no, I can't know that it's 100% true. All right, so then question 3, what else could be true instead? Think about as many possible alternative interpretations as you can, and then I want you to choose to believe the one that makes you feel the best, right? Choose to believe that is true until proven otherwise. All right. Hope that helps you with your obsessive thinking and rumination. Let me know. Keep me posted. This is a big thing many people struggle with. You can get through it. Just keep challenging those negative thoughts. All right. Big hugs.